Hello, I'm Sarah and this is Barbara. And we're in Batley, which is about 17 miles from Haworth, and we have both read Wuthering Heights. There's one character we're going to talk about today, and it's not either of those two rascals, Cathy or Heathcliff. One of the characters that really struck me when I first read it is Joseph, because his dialogue is written in Old Yorkshire Dialect. Now, I really struggled with it when I first read it, and I find it difficult to read it out loud. But Barbara here, you know quite a lot about Yorkshire Dialect, don't you? And
Yes, I have been involved for all my life, really. My dad's family spoke a lot of Broad Yorkshire dialect, so I've always known it, yeah.
so when you saw Joseph's part, you understood it straight away.
Well, I wouldn't say that because the dialect is slightly different.
Yes, the regional stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you were in a group who practiced dialect. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, it was at Dewsbury Town Hall at the Ultra group that I used to go to every week. I don't go anymore now, but I'm still involved with one or two of them.
Lovely, lovely. And you got together and practiced speaking.
Yeah, we read poems and discussed things, and yeah.
I've had a lovely time looking at those poetry books, and it does feel like, it feels like Yorkshire. It feels like home to me.
Yes, yeah.
Hearing that language. So and you performed some of these poems as well.
Yes, well, we used to go out to old people's homes occasionally and places like that.
Fabulous.
And recite different poems, which some of them went to sleep and didn't hear what we were saying, but a lot of them did appreciate us going, and we enjoyed it.
One thing I found was that a lot of the poems are very funny.
Oh, they are, yes.
Yeah, they're written intentionally to play on words, and they are very funny.
Yes.
I've had quite a laugh
reading them. We enjoyed those, yes.
Fabulous, fabulous. But there's one big festival, isn't there?
The Mrs. Sunderland at Huddersfield Town Hall.
Sunderland.
Every February, yes.
Yeah.
And we used to go to that, a few of us, and perform. And you got your name on a silver dish if you won there. Yeah.
Well, we have a certificate here that Barbara won for speaking Yorkshire dialect.
Yes.
And you got a trophy with this as well.
I got a what?
Did you get a trophy with it?
Oh, yeah. No, well, you get the trophy for a year, I think it is, and you have to have your name engraved on it. It's quite a long time since then.
Yeah.
I won it, yeah.
No, it's fabulous, and this is a really big festival, isn't it?
It is. It's for everything. Music, singing, instruments, and we had a small section for Yorkshire dialect, yeah.
That is fantastic. Well, I have an anthology here with a picture of Mrs. Sunderland on it, and she's most certainly a Victorian type, isn't she?
Oh, she is, yes.
And so, can you tell us something about her? Who was Mrs. Sunderland?
Well, she was this lady who Queen Victoria said she was the queen of song, and she went all over the country. She had 9 children. Wow. I don't know how she found time to do it. But, yeah, so she was the one that got it going, I suppose.
Yeah. I read something about she celebrated 50 years of marriage.
Yes.
And it was the year after that she started this festival.
Right, yes.
To find other great singers and performers from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. I think I read that it was 1889 that it started.
Yes.
And she really she really wanted to celebrate all things Yorkshire.
She did, yeah.
And what a wonderful story. And the festival looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, it is. It goes on. It's all week or more than
I
a
think
week.
12 days.
Yes,
I think 12
yeah.
days. And they had over 5,000 performances.
Yes, yeah.
Just really.
Oh, it's quite a big affair, yeah.
I'd never heard of it
No,
until you
well,
mentioned it. And
no.
that does sound like quite a spectacular celebration of Yorkshire.
Oh, yes, it is.
And yeah, we have a prize winner here, speaking Yorkshire dialects. So Joseph in Wuthering Heights, I think it's quite extraordinary that Emily Bronte wrote down the actual dialect.
Yes.
And it must be, for me, who's born and bred in Yorkshire, I've lived here my entire life. I find it very difficult to read Joseph's part. I do kind of understand what he's saying. I understand what it means, but I can't read it aloud. But Barbara most certainly can, can't you? Would you like to, we've got a couple of short passages here. Would you like to read us the first passage, yes, please?
Meester Nobbert just buried, and Sabbath not howered, and sound at gospel still in your lungs, and ye da be laking. Shame on ye, sit ye down, ill childer. There's good books in you if you read them. Sit ye down and think of your souls.
Yes. He was a bit of a cantankerous old thing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A bit of a Bible basher.
Yeah.
So I cannot, this one is fairly easy for me, so I'll have a go at translating this one.
Yeah.
The Master is only just buried, and the Sunday is not over, and the sound of the gospel is still in your ears, and you dare be playing about. Shame on you. Sit yourselves down, bad children. There's good books enough if you'll read them. Sit yourselves down and think of your souls. That okay?
Yes, good.
Now, there's one word in here, laking,
yeah,
which is a really interesting spelling. Now, saying that I've always lived in Yorkshire, laking, I did not hear that word until I was 9.5. And we moved house all of 5 miles.
Yeah.
And suddenly my new friends were asking me if I was laking, and I had no idea what laking was. But being 9.5, I soon found out. It means playing, and yeah, that was something. It just 5 miles difference. There was. I'd never heard the word in East Bailey, but when I moved to Liversedge, everybody was laking. Yeah. and I believe that it comes from Denmark, that word. The origin of that word is in Danish, and I think it's the same origin as Lego, which actually means good play or play well in Danish. And so laking, there's the L there anyway, and we are only 38 miles from York, which is, that's a big Viking centre. Does the Danish connection surprise you, that there's Danish in Yorkshire dialect?
Not really, I probably heard it before, but I probably wouldn't have known.
I think I would say quite a some of the dialect comes from Old Danish.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
And a lot of our town names do as well.
Yes,
there's
do.
Viking endings. So can we have another passage from Joseph, please?
Right. Yon lad gets war and war, observed he on re-entering. His left gate at full swing, and Mrs. Pony has trodden down 2 rigs of corn and plotted through, right o'int at meadow. Our some diver, minister'll play devil to morn, and he'll do wheel. His patience itself with such careless, off-out creatures. Patience itself he is, but he's not be so awless, you see, all on you. You mustn't drive him out of his ear for nought.
Even people who come from Yorkshire can struggle with that. So
Yeah.
what people in a foreign language think of this,
No,
I have no idea.
I some differ.
Yes.
I didn't know what that meant. It probably means however. Doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's however. I think it's however. And the wah and wah.
Yeah.
Now, the spelling of that
Yeah.
in accepted English, you want to say war, as in World War III or whatever, but it is pronounced wah.
Wah, worse.
And worse.
Yeah.
This means worse and worse.
Worse and worse.
Yeah. There are some funny words in here. Yeah, and it's sown. Now that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's sown.
Because that's we think that's for us in our part of Yorkshire we would say sen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would.
So sown is, I mean, we're only talking 17 miles away, but
it's different to every place.
A bread cake, a tea cake, or whatever it's called, a different name in every town in Yorkshire. So yeah, that is definitely one of the regional differences. Now I got some off Leeds University website. I'll put some links down in below if anybody's interested in Yorkshire dialect. Caroline sent me some great stuff.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. And one of them was, what is it you get when you get a little piece of wood in your finger? Is it a spell, a spelk, or a splinter?
I'd say a spell.
I would say a spell.
Yeah.
I've never heard of. I know splinter, but I've never heard of spell.
No, I haven't. No. Thought that was flower spelt.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah.
So when you go to the fish and chip shop, do you get scraps, bits, craps, or scratchings?
Scraps. Yeah.
I say scraps. Nick said bits.
No, we always said scraps.
But when I lived in Murfield, our local chippy there was called Wibbits.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I have heard bits.
Oh, yes, I have.
But I say scraps.
Scraps,
yeah. And I'd never heard of craps. Who's calling them craps?
Craps. No, I haven't.
And what was the other one they had? There was another one as well. It might come back to me. I can't remember that one. Now we'll go on to this last bit of Joseph's part. If you just read this last line to us here.
If I were your maester, I'd just slamp boards in their faces, all on them, gentle and simple.
Yeah, now this, we've got the word war again. Wah. But this time it means was, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So I wonder if Emily, I would suspect that Emily was just writing it down phonetically.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the reasons it's so important to keep the language alive. Yeah, vocally, you know.
Yeah.
And there are several websites out there which I've put in the description that where you can find examples of Yorkshire dialect being spoken. It is, you know, that was sort of the point of our making this video, so that you could hear Barbara speaking this properly as it's supposed to be spoken. And so we are almost at the end of our little talk now. I'll probably edit that bit out. Yeah. So I couldn't remember that. I can't remember the third question. It'll come to me. Oh yes, the poem Haworth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
I've got it.
I've got it. So we'll round off now with Barbara reading us another poem that's in Yorkshire dialect. This isn't one of Joseph's parts, but it is appropriate because the poem is called Haworth.
Haworth. It's never been to Haworth. Don't spot on top of hill. Way and there a cottage gaunt, and there and here a mill. A grand old place is Haworth, i sunshine or i shade, where Bronte lasses lived of old, and muffins still are made. When mist hangs low on moorland, or wind blows cold and chill, when night falls down on toil-worn town, on cottage and on mill, when tired folk o' Haworth in bed so loudly snore, then Haworth is a place of ghosts that wander forth once more. And Shirley shyly simpers and sings a simple song, while Heathcliff rants upon his way and cusses loud and strong, and mingled too wi' howling at window, moor and glen, at cries of that poor crazy soul pent in a dismal den. Folk come the north to Haworth of every race and age to see where Bronte family lived in grey oak parsonage. But when I goes to Haworth, I'm more concerned and flayed with that there place at foot o' hill where muffins still are made.
Yes, I love that. I love that. That is really good. And yeah, so that is some Yorkshire dialect for you, spoken by a true Yorkshire girl and a prize-winning speaker of Yorkshire dialect, no less. And just so that you know that we speak plenty of languages here, Arashi ga ocha is Wuthering Heights in Japanese, and I'm really sorry if I've just offended any Japanese people there. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Yeah, I think we got through that okay.